Well, a warm welcome back to the Unlimited Arena, part of the National Stadium complex here in Bangkok. If you're with us earlier, you'd have seen a brilliant performance by Akane Yamaguchi, taking down Chen Yufei, the Olympic champion, in just 34 minutes. We're going to find out who her opponent will be tomorrow, because it's Tai Tzu Ying, the number 2 seed, against He Jiao, the number 3 seed. That match just moments away. It really was some performance from Yamaguchi, especially in the second game. She was absolutely phenomenal.
HSBC BWF World Tour Finals 2022 Semifinals.
Versus Jiao from China.
He Jiao also with her fans inside the arena here. Seeded 3. Tai Tzu Ying seeded 2. It should be close. It should be very high quality with these two women.
Umpire on sweep high for Malaysia.
Some China flags in the auditorium here. Black. 10-4 is the head-to-head scenario. Tai Tzu Ying lost to He Jiao on Wednesday in 2 tight games.
Serve or receive? You serve.
Last meeting before that, He Jiao won very easily, 37-minute straight game win in the French Open semi-finals in October. Ranked 3 in the world. She has been up at 1, of course. The first time was several years ago, back in December of 2016, so 22 then. She stayed there for the best part of 4 years. Olympic silver medalist. Lost that classic final to Chen Yufei. She's in a tournament she likes. She's won it 3 times, most recently in 2020. There are 3 titles this year: Indonesia, Thai Open and Chinese Taipei Open. There's her stats. Defeat to He Jiao, as I mentioned, but Hong Pan and Intanon beaten in 2 and 3 games respectively. And He Jiao on the other side of the net. The Chinese left-hander, ranked 5, which is her best. A couple of times she's won a World Championship bronze, and she's been in excellent form this year. 4 events she's won: Germany, Korea, Denmark, France. Very tough match to predict this, Dean, I think.
Yeah, I mean, initially Tai Tzu Ying is the second worst player for He Jiao to play in terms of head-to-heads. Only Akane Yamaguchi is having more wins against He Jiao than Tai Tzu Ying has. But I agree, because He Jiao have been playing well throughout this tournament. She's been playing extremely well this year. I actually think she could have been a candidate at least for Female Player of the Year. And she won the opening match in the group stage here against Tai, but I also think that we've seen Tai has the ability to grow throughout the tournament. If she gets through the early stages, then she gets settled in the playing environment, and I wouldn't rule out that she could contest yet another final. But if I had to go with someone here, I would probably go with He Jiao ahead of the match.
Chair umpire here is Ong-Sui Kai of Malaysia. Fabio Lopez of Brazil is the
Ladies
service.
and gentlemen, on my right, Tai Tzu Ying, Chinese Taipei. And on my left, He Jiao, China. Tai Tzu Ying to serve, level, play.
There's a grace and artistry about Tai Tzu Ying's play. She just steered that almost nonchalantly just inside the sideline. And again.
To love. Change. Service over. 1-2.
She's on a 13-game winning streak at the moment. He Jiao hasn't lost since Japan Open. She lost second round to Yamaguchi. She must have a lot of confidence.
2-0.
Absolutely brilliant from Tai Tzu Ying. Seen
Service over.
a couple of winners from each woman so far.
3-2.
Very highest order.
It's also landed in there. I feel it might be
4-2.
it might be just because I expect to see it, but I feel that there's a different intensity level over Tai Tzu Ying here at the opening stages.
5-2.
Brilliant challenge from He Bingjiao at the net there. She's found the lines well so far, Tai Tzu Ying.
6-3.
That is good signs for the former world #1.
Not often you see Tai Tzu Ying lose a battle of hairpins at the net.
7.
Normally impeccable touch, but didn't get that one quite right.
They have fantastic touch at the net, both these two players. He Bingjiao, a little bit bigger smash in terms of power.
5-7.
Tai superior in terms of variation on her attacks. He Bingjiao, 8 centimeters height advantage.
6-7.
Fantastic deception.
Chuntering away to herself, He Bingjiao, but that was just magnificent.
First look at the touch here. She played close, and then the deception. Well, you almost couldn't see it well enough. There, just a tiny little wiggle, but look at the legs of He Bingjiao. She fell for it. That was all it took. That was all it took, that little tiny wiggle of the racket head. That's very rough by Tai.
9-7.
I think He Bingjiao has been a little bit too passive in the first part of the first game here.
Unexpected miss and a 4-point lead for Tai Tzu Ying at the mid-game break.
20 seconds. Change. Eleven, 7. Play. Wow, 7.
Fine shot.
Service over. 8, 12.
And that was the full pirouette backhand from Tai Tzu Ying, and it's a beauty as well from Jiao. Really remember to enjoy this era of women's badminton where there's such strong competition, such beautiful players to watch in terms of playing style. A little bit different playing style to all of them. Oi.
Service over. 13, 9.
2-point swing on that save there.
A wry smile from Jiao. Knew that was too good.
Service over. 10.
He's not really up in pace yet, Jiao, the way I see it. Her match yesterday against Busanan Wongpan. Well, let's just say it wasn't one of her best matches. She was already through as #1 in the group. Couldn't improve, couldn't decrease her standing. Needed to attack the last one there, Jiao. She's too far forward on the court to play it clear with confidence.
Has played a few loose shots in this opening game, Jiao.
Yeah, I think here again she was she was too far behind the shot. This is looking quite good at the moment for Tai Tzu Ying.
Yeah, without really having to do anything overly spectacular so far.
No. If she can avoid the walkabouts where she suddenly go off boil, then it's promising.
11,
but
16.
you never know these days with Tai. She's become a little bit more inconsistent.
Service over. 17-11. Service over. 12-17.
Beautiful play again by Tai Tzu Ying.
Service over. 18-12. Service over.
And an apology from the
13-18.
Chinese. And that's why. What about that?
Service
It's
over.
a beautiful shot. Using the long diagonal. And that's exactly what you can do when you play with the drift. You can hit those shots. Had that been in a hole with no drift or up against the drift, that would not have gotten nearly far enough. That was a short clear and easily punished. Now or never for Bing Jiao in this first game, I suspect.
15-19.
Well, she's still in there fighting in this opening game.
16-19.
Deception. Long. And if you get it in replay, then notice where the feet are of Bing Jiao.
Game
I
point.
suspect they're
16.
in front of the first of the two tram lines at the back of the court, meaning that the shot from Dr. Tzu Ying was too short.
So 17 minutes in, 4 game points for Tai Tzu Ying.
Service over. 17-20.
Never over till it's over. Sometimes the final hurdle is the hardest one to jump. 2 saved, 2 to go. That's a good leave, and it will be the game unless this challenge is successful.
I think it's close.
It's about as far away from where we are as could possibly be on the court, so looked out, but let's see. Out by a good distance, and that means first blood to Tai Tzu Ying in this semi-final. 21 points to 18 in favour of the woman from Chinese Taipei. Jiao playing catch-up here.
Seconds. 20 seconds. Second game. Level. Play.
So, question is, can Tai Tzu Ying keep up the momentum and the class, frankly, the classy play we saw in the first game?
Service over. 1 love.
Tai Tzu Ying now playing up against the drift. Drift coming from the far side of the court towards the near side here.
Much better from Jiao.
It looked like Tai Tzu Ying had forgotten that it was a left hand that she was playing. Played the push from the net directly into the forehand. Look at that one. Oy. That goes down as a blunder.
Well, just the start that she wanted in this second game. A couple of errors from Tai Tzu Ying. on the board.
Service over. 1-3. Service over.
Been talking about the drift, but there's not more drift, and you can definitely play it long from the near side here as well.
Service over. 2-4. Service over.
Beautiful guided
5-2.
defense there by Jiao. Look at that. Look how short it stops of the first service line there. She had good length on those shots. Jiao, the last two shots towards Tai Tzu Ying's forehand side.
Service over.
Shot that one.
6. Service over. 7-3. Service over. 4-7.
Extremely well played rally by Tai. Drop shot there, and then the guts to follow it up.
Service over.
Well, just looks to have garnered some confidence from somewhere, Jiao, after going down in the opening game. She's right back at Tai Tzu Ying now.
Service over. 5-8. Change.
Outside the picture, Jiao just swinging by coach Louis Gang for some advice. Definitely wants to keep this 3-point cushion to Tai Tzu Ying.
Like
ขอความร่วมมือทุกท่านงดใช้แฟลชตลอดการแข่งขันครับขอความร่วมมือทุกท่านงดใช้แฟลชตลอดการแข่งขันครับขอบคุณครับ
Arrow like straight down the line.
Service over. 9-5.
It's interesting that it's the far side of the court that's dominating this women's singles match here.
Well, something of a turnaround from a fairly close opening game. 11-5 the lead at the mid-game break for Jiao, and looking good potentially to square the match.
Seconds. 20 seconds. Play. Service over. 6-11.
Well, if any shot says I haven't given this game up, it was that. Long way to go, though, to haul herself back into contention here.
It's gone wide. I think both her in the first game and Tai here now, they played a bit too passive on the near side of the court here. And that's exactly what sometimes happens, that you feel that, hey, I can play the full court, so I can clear and I can lift. Right. Doesn't necessarily mean you should do it.
8-11.
Well, 4 quick points for Tai Tzu Ying, who's put a slightly different complexion on this second game. I think what will concern Jiao is there was one wonderful winner that Tai Tzu Ying hit, but the rest of these points have just been errors.
Yeah. Instead of Tai Tzu Ying, it's been Jiao who's gone on a walkabout here after the interval.
Tai Tzu Ying challenges call out.
I don't think she's going to get any joy here.
No, I agree.
Challenge unsuccessful.
You were going to tell me about your
One challenge
grand plan
remaining.
for challenges that are way out, Steve.
Service over. 12-10.
Yeah, I think it was mostly meant as a joke.
Okay.
And that the opponent should be able to counter-challenge. And raise the wages, so to speak.
I'll tell you what, see if you can develop it fully over Christmas, and then we'll come back to the new year.
Yeah, thank you. Don't call us, we'll call you.
Well, I have to say, I didn't expect this. I think you had a very decent lead.
Yeah, it looks a lot like what we saw yesterday against Busan, and big mistakes, not the right attention level. And that is from Jiao, I mean. Busan and yesterday 1 in 3 games. Tai Tzu Ying won the point, according to our umpire.
Did Jiao touch the net there?
Play.
That's the only thing that
Play.
could have happened.
Yes.
Let's see here.
Play on.
It's completely still.
13.
Well, that's going to fuel the discussion about challenges on umpire calls further, I suspect.
Ready?
I do wonder what might have happened if Tai Tzu Ying had said to the umpire, she definitely didn't touch the net. I don't think that was going to happen, though. That is a touch of genius.
14.
And that is the visage of someone who feels there's been something of an injustice, and one can certainly sympathise. Just brushed the net, but I think it would have been good anyway.
15.
So she's only scored 1 point since the interval. Jiao, it's 10-1.
Astonishing. I really didn't see this coming, Steen, did you?
16.
Yes and no. I mean, I went with Jiao when I had to pick a favorite for this match, but I definitely was open to the fact that Tai Tzu Ying could raise her game. And I also have to say that I feel that Jiao lulled herself asleep yesterday.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I don't think you can't just turn concentration and effort on and off like a tap. As soon as you let it flag a little bit, it's very hard to get it back.
12-1 since the interval for Tai Tzu Ying. Attack. Brilliant play.
Just an absolutely remarkable transformation going on here.
Why not? Oh, it's long.
Well, had that landed in, I think Jiao would have raised a white flag.
Yeah. Just went straight to the exit, not playing the last two rallies.
Wasn't out by very much either, was it?
Long, way long.
Service over. 19-13.
The photographers are moving their small chairs now, sensing that there could be some celebration on the near side of the court.
That's a beautiful shot.
20. Match point. 13.
Got to say, where this has come from. I mean,
15 out of 17 points since the interval.
I think Jiao was kind of disintegrated in front of our eyes. Tai Tzu Ying suddenly reached a new level. That's long,
Service over. 14.
but still
20.
6 match points for the former world number one. That'll do it. Well, that's an incredible performance from Tai Tzu Ying. 21-14. Way down at the break. And Jiao just could do absolutely nothing when they came back. Well, we're going to have some final tomorrow between Tai Tzu Ying and Yamaguchi.
21-18, 21-14.
Jiao will just go away and wonder what on earth went on there. You have to say full marks to Tai Tzu Ying for taking advantage. As soon as she kind of sensed the weakness in her opponent, she never looked back. I always think it's appropriate when a match is won like that, rather than with an error. 21-18, 21-14. 39 minutes, the match time for this second women's singles semi-final. And a pretty popular win it was too. Up next, it'll be the men's doubles. Alfian and Ardianto against the Chinese pair. Jill Clark will be in for that. From me and Steen, we'll see you again next year. Bye-bye.
welcome back to semi-finals day here in Bangkok at the Nimibutra Stadium. This is how it happened in the first 5 matches of today's semi-finals, and we now turn our attention back to men's doubles, to the match between the number 1 seeds, Alfian and Mohamed Alianto, up against the 4th seeds,